This is Damon Stevens. Today is Sunday, October 10th, 2021, and this is a stock market prep for Monday. Monday is a holiday in the US, but the stock markets are not closed, so we're open. May have lighter volume tomorrow, but let's just get right into it and take a look at what's going on. So closing out the week last week, you can see that the Dow Jones was down 0.03%, NASDAQ down 0.51%, S&P 500 down 0.19% after nice pop rally for a couple of days. You can see here from the heat map, overall things are pretty much down. See a couple of FANG stocks that are still holding on. Overall pretty well just flat is what I would say on Friday. If you look at the charts here, you can see it was pretty choppy all the way through the day. We came back down to the low that we hit on the first of the market, came back up, leveled out where we hit the highs in the morning and came back down again. And NASDAQ started out higher and just cranked kind of down to the lower. And you can see you have kind of a double bottom here. You have a double bottom here close on the SPY as well. This is on a short-term time frame, but it's something to be aware of. Are we going to continue? If we break down past these lows on Friday, I think we're going to go down lower. If we can hold that on Friday or Monday morning, I think we can bounce off that. As far as the heat map too, you can see China is green. So does that mean we'll be green on Monday? It's a good question. It could be flat with low volumes. Or do we kind of just grind up higher? So kind of have to look at the price action. We're kind of really at a critical level, especially on the SPY. And we'll talk about that when we get to the chart. But this 437 level is pretty critical for a decision on whether we're going to be going up or down. Looking at the scanner CCXI, this has been a multi-day trade. We've used this been on charts a few times here, but CCXI was our top. If we go to a chart here, you can see for Friday though, nice bump from 1936 to 37, and then the high is 38 towards the end of the day. So even if you miss the first one, which a lot of times you'll miss the first rise before it hits the scanner, but even so, it topped out at 37, came clear back down here to 29, gave you a nice rally back up even higher than the first pop of the morning. So really great stock for trading. It's pulled back here and it's right here on the 10. It stayed above the 20 and the 50. Looking to see if this will give it a continuation and kind of break above the 40 level here. So we're going to look on Monday for a breakout of CCXI to the high side. CEI was also multi-day trade. You can see here from the prior day, 141 area. We got to 245 as a spike at the peak of the day in the morning, right off the get-go, and then kind of faded right back down to kind of where we were at the highs of the prior day. And now we're below all the moving averages, kind of in this little wedge here. If we can stay on support of this wedge here and climb up and bounce back out, we can continue moving back towards that 245, hopefully. If we break below this level here, where we're at here, we're 171, more than likely we're going to probably break down lower. And so this will probably come off the list at that point. But I'll leave it on one more day, see if we get back above that 200 moving average. If not, then we'll be taking this off the list on Monday, end of day. Affirm, multi-day trade as well. Hopefully you've been following along with this one, and hopefully you've taken advantage of this because it's just a killer move, just crazy. On Friday though, 131.60 was the low, and 141 was the high. So almost $10, pretty much $10. You can see just kind of bumping right along this trend line here. I did pull back here just below the 20, but it's as long as it stays above this 50. We could still get another bounce. So looking for a continuation play, and break above 144 on Monday to see if we can keep this Affirm moving higher. Fizz gave us a multi-day trade as well, and just really did well for us for the week. But you can see here on Friday, it kind of peaked out, kind of headed down, went down to 54.20. Could have bounced back up here and caught close to $1 here in the afternoon. But again, we're dropping back here. I think Fizz is too extended now at this point. It's a good shorting opportunity here. It had to break below 54.60 for me to short it. So looking for a breakdown through here. I might short this stock this week, but just going to see what the price action does before I decide. As far as earnings this week, Wednesday and Thursday will be the biggest days for me. As far as what I'm looking for is mainly the bank stocks this week. So the XLF, the financial index, looking at the bank stocks to see, what they're doing and how healthy they are as far as earnings. So we'll be watching earnings here. Wednesday, Thursday, again, will be my big days to watch. Looking for some, scalping opportunities on those days to take advantage of the volatility that should be there. Tesla, after hitting 805, it pulled back here. Been waiting for it to try to rally back up above there. You can see it kind of slowly keeping the higher lows here, but definitely downtrending and below all the moving averages. So just kind of watching Tesla to see if we can get a bounce back up here. You see it try to do it again, hit 793, but still kind of just hanging there lower. So just looking to see if we can get a breakout here. It would try to do it on Friday, failed, but as long as it keeps the support level, then we'll just continue to monitor and look for opportunities there for scalping. Netflix really topped out, man. It just gave a multi-week trade. It was an awesome run. I think it's peaking out here. We talked about this last week as well, but I think it's peaking out here. This could be definitely a shorting opportunity this week. Going to look forward to see if this, decides to break out here. If it breaks below the 200 here at 628 on a short-term time frame, I'm definitely going to short Netflix this week. Nvidia, watching Nvidia as well. It had a nice little run up this week, but it's pulled back down to support here at 208. If it breaks 208, it could come back down here to 197 down to 200. So looking to see if this gets weakness here, and if it does, this could be an opportunity for a short as well. You might see that it might have more shorting opportunities this week than longs, but that's just because a lot of these stocks are overextended. Moderna, I thought for sure was going to try to pop back up and give us a run this week. It has continued to show weakness. So we're going to kind of see what it does. But if it continues to stay below the moving averages, this again could be a shorting opportunity. I was going to kind of wait for it to get to below the 300 level again. If it breaks below 300, then definitely looking for a possible short opportunity on Moderna. On BNTX, it had found support on the 200s, trying to bounce off of there, try to rally up here. Still struggling though, but as long as it holds this line, this could be one opportunity of buying actually. And we have a gap here that it has not filled, actually two. So looking to see if it can fill a gap this week up to 306. So looking for BNTX for a bounce here towards the positive side. As far as the dollar remains in the channel. Here, not much to talk about on the dollar. On the VIX, we had this nice pullback. We talked about getting below the 20. We're below the moving averages. That's really bullish for the market. If we can hold this, again, like I say, every week we have this on the chart permanently. I watch it every day because this is a good indicator as far as direction. So looking for continuation down. If we do, this is going to be a positive week. The stock should be going up this week. If we can keep this, the VIX down here, should see the SPY go up. I'm looking at the SPY on a short-term time frame. You see we have two gaps to fill. We haven't filled either one. Partial gap kind of on Friday, but it missed this one on the open, and it missed this one on the close. So it's kind of sitting right here in the middle. Like I talked about earlier when we opened up this video, this 437 is a critical place. If we break below the 15, the 200 here, or the 100 here, that's really close together, then we could see a drop here, pretty good drop to 428 levels. So definitely watching this for critical path support and resistance to see, do we close the gap and bounce off of this early this week, 435 level, or can we hold this level and bounce off here? Right now, it looks kind of weak to me. I think it's trying to rally, but I think there's still some weakness here. I think we could possibly bounce down and test the 435, 436 level before we try to break up north. And so Monday close is going to be critical to see what turnaround Tuesday is going to be. If it goes down, does turnaround Tuesday give us a bounce? Possibly. So definitely be watching the open on Monday and looking for price action. If we do come down and hit this level, and bounce off of 436. I think we're going to probably just grind higher slowly throughout the day for the rest of the day. So just kind of keep an eye on the price action on Monday morning. Also, that'll set direction for the rest of the stocks as well, whether I'm going to have several shorts possibly on Monday. Maybe we'll do some put options on a few of them. But definitely looking at the trend for Monday. The U.S. government bonds I put on here, just because it hit this critical level of this 1.615. You can see here, try to spike it a few times. If this continues going up, we could see a pullback in the triple Qs and some other areas as well. So keep an eye on this one now going forward, because it is elevated and it's showing a lot of bullish momentum here. So that's making me a little concerned here. This could contribute to a pullback as well. Triple Qs, see here, it continues to be weak. It tried to rally, but you can see that, pulled back from 374 over the last couple of weeks down to 350, bounced back up to 365. And then the last several, this last week, it just continued to pull down. It's maintained support above the 50. If it breaks the 50 tomorrow, we'll become probably down to this next support level at 359. If we break that, we could go much lower. So looking for the Qs to show us a sign that they're ready to, to pop in and be bullish again. As far as the semiconductors, you can see here, weakness. So here right at the bottom of this level, you can see here that we closed that gap. I left the gap on there just to make sure you could see, that we did close that gap out. We did hold that gap. I'll be taking that off the list now, off of here, since we did close that out, and looking to see, for some direction on semiconductors. IWM, we closed the gap on this one as well. I wanted you to see that as well before I removed it. So we did close that gap that was out here, and it looks like we possibly could close the gap below if the market does decide to go negative, and on Monday we could come down and close this gap. So if everything closes down, that means we can see the market moving all in the same direction. So just be aware of that. Financials, looking for financials, has been very bullish, have a gap below it. Financials, a lot of banks are reporting this week. So those banks, this could be elevated from those bank earnings coming out. So be careful, because sometimes they pre-run the stock up higher, and then as soon as the banks report, it dumps down, which means we could come back and just quickly refill this gap down here at 38.63 level. So just be careful on those earnings reports coming out Wednesday, Thursday. Wednesday, Thursday should tell us, where the financial market sits and where the XLF is going to go. So just be careful. XLE energy continues to rally up. It's at the same support level, or resistance level, that it was before back in June. So we'll see if we can break out here, or if we're going to retrace back possibly a little bit of this. That would be totally normal to have a retracement after this big long run and moving up so quickly. So we'll watch for that. We have some small gaps to fill as well. So we'll look on Monday to see if we can break through that resistance and hold it. If we do, we got another bull run here on energy. So we'll be watching that. As far as gold, you can see here. Oops, I just lost my gold. So silver, let's see, I'll just do this on the fly here. How's that? So let's go back to gold. Gold, you see here, tried to make a nice rally to get back up here, 1776, and then dropped all the way back down here this last week. Really pulled back here. We're pulling back even further on gold. So gold is really showing a lot of weakness here. It broke through that support level here, headed back down possibly to the 1744 level. So we'll keep an eye on it. You can see here 1750.90 was a level we were at before. But yeah, definitely seeing, as you see it live, a weakness in gold right now. Silver, the same thing. Seeing a pullback on silver as well. Seeing that, Monday might be a down day, at least at the start. So as I'm seeing this weakness here for live, makes me concerned that maybe we'll have a down day on the market overall on Monday. Bitcoin, it's in this little channel here. It's got to break through that 56 and hold above that resistance level at around 57,000 to break us up towards that 60 again. So we'll be watching this one to see, can we keep support and continue to rally up, or are we going to get weakness in Bitcoin? And if we see it start moving out, it may move into Ethereum and some of the others. SHIB also skyrocketed this last week. If you were in it at any level, you just killed it. But hopefully you weren't in chasing it, because if you chase it, then you'll probably lost some money last week. But so far as holding support, it is showing a little bit of weakness. So I'm just trying to see if it'll stay above those moving averages and possibly bump back above this resistance level and maybe rally back up towards the highs again. But just be careful out there. Make sure you're locking some profits in if you did get some huge gains on this one. If you're not in it, I would not probably get into it now unless it breaks this support line here at 0.00002798. So it's got to break that level here and hold, and then you could rally this back up with it. So we'll be watching that one as well. XRP, it's rallied up here, but it's that resistance. It's been there 2 days. See if we can break out. If we can, with this big long breakdown candle, they could chase up. So that's what we're looking for a movement. If we can break above this, $1.16 level, up to at least $1.17, $1.18. So I'll be watching that this week as well. Doge just fell off. I mean, it showed weakness and it just fell off. You can see here, it's pulled way back down here to 23 cents and had a spike down to 22. So, does it stay down here? Does it continue going lower? Right now it's showing weakness, so I definitely would not be in Doge. I've held this before. I was in at the first rally big time, so profited heavily off of that one. But since then, really hasn't done much for me. So I have a tiny position, but this big breakdown candle shows a lot of weakness. Now, could it rally back up over that? Sure, but right now I would not be getting into Doge. But that's not financial advice, but just what we're looking at when we're looking at the charts and what we're trading through the week. So that's kind of our week that we're looking at the opportunities that we have in front of us, and looking for a good trading week again. So definitely stay tuned and be safe out there with this market. It is still volatile, which means you can get shaken out of your money, and we don't want that to happen. So just be safe out there. Continue to subscribe, continue to check us out, like our videos if they help you, and we will talk to you on Monday night. Everybody have a great night.